Hi and welcome to Office Fluent. My name is Jan and today we're going to take a look at OneDrive. OneDrive is like your personal SharePoint. You have OneDrive if you own a personal Microsoft 365 license. You even have OneDrive if you just have a Microsoft account. So we're going to take a look what are the differences between the free versions and the paid versions, and we're going to take a look what you can do with it. Okay. First of all, at least the paid versions have three options to access your files. First, OneDrive.com, which I have opened right here. You can see I'm on OneDrive.live.com, which is just going to Office.com and clicking on OneDrive, and it's opening up exactly there. The second option is to install the OneDrive app on your smartphone. And the third one is to have OneDrive synchronized to your PC. You can see I have a small cloud here on the bottom. The white one is my personal OneDrive and the blue one is my business OneDrive. So there are two separate clients for synchronizing business or private data, and yes, I have both synchronized here. So let's talk about the differences between the free and the paid. For once, it's the amount of space you have available. The free version comes with 5 GB of data storage. This way you can save still a lot of photos or texts or documents or whatever you need on the go in the cloud and access it from everywhere. The paid version, which is part with every Microsoft 365 subscription, has 1 terabyte of free data, which is actually more than the space I have on my PC. So this way you can move a lot of data you don't need on hand into the cloud, save it there, have access from everywhere, and you don't need to have it on your PC. The second thing is, with the paid versions, you have a little more advanced options when sharing files. We get to sharing a bit later, but with the paid versions you can for once set passwords for files so they don't get in the wrong hands accidentally, and you can create expiring sharing links. This way the sharing link is only active for example, a week, and after that nobody who clicks on the link will get to your data. First up, you can upload files. OneDrive already has like 3 folders created for you. One is documents, one is pictures, and one is your personal vault. We get to the personal vault a little bit later. But these folders are just empty, and if I wanted to, I can just delete them. But for now, we're just going to click on Upload, click on Files, and then I can just go here and let's take my Office Fluent logo. You can see uploaded one image, one item to my files, which is my overall folder. You can see here which item has how much percent if you have a slower internet connection or uploading large amounts of data. And now I can see my image file has made it online. Hey, great. Okay. So this is one option. The other option is you can just drag and drop files into your browser, and you can see on the top of the screen, drag the item to any location. I can drag it into a folder or just outside here. Let it go, and it's uploading. You can also click on, instead of upload, you can click on new files. And you can create new folders, Word documents, Excel workbooks, everything you have in the Office Online suite, which is free with every Microsoft account. This account, by the way, is not a premium account. It has no subscription. It's just a free version. And you can also create plain text documents, like .txt. So if I go ahead and create a new Excel workbook, it's just directly opening up in Excel Online. I can edit it. It will be saved to OneDrive, and it will permanently be saved automatically when I make changes. And if I close it again, you can see my workbook 1, book 1 XLSX is now available in my OneDrive. The next thing you can do with OneDrive, and I'm pretty much excited about that, is you can edit files online. So if I click on my Word document, it's just directly uploading or opening in Microsoft Word Online. And yes, please like and subscribe if you like the video. And yes, I don't need to download it. I don't need to have Word installed on the PC I'm working with. I can just open up OneDrive in the browser, in like any browser, from any PC, from any laptop, work on my files, save them up, close them up, and they're still in the cloud. No need to download anything. You can just work online with most of the functionality you typically need. Okay, next up, what can I do with the files other than editing it? I can click on a file or mark it with the small dot here, would be the better way to say it. Just click here on the check mark, and now you see I have a variety of options I can work with. I have the open option, and if I click here, I have the option to open in Word Online or to open in Word. So I can also use the installed desktop app to open the file. It will be temporarily downloaded, opened in Word. It will still be based in OneDrive, so you don't need to worry about saving or that you don't have access to it afterwards. Every saving process will be uploaded into the cloud. And if you finished with the file, it will be just deleted from your PC and will be still available in OneDrive. Then you can download your file, which is self-explanatory. You can delete your file, which will result the file going into the recycle bin. Let's just go ahead and delete our workbook. And if I take a look in the recycle bin, I have my workbook here and I have a standard PDF getting started with OneDrive, which you also have in your OneDrive when you open it the first time. It has some more information. What you can do in the recycle bin is, for once, you can empty the recycle bin, or you can restore all or singular items. Your recycle bin keeps the items for 93 days. So for 3 whole months, you have access to all files you deleted by accident or by purpose, and you can restore them. Going back to my files, going back to the options. The next options you have is to move or copy the file to any location. If I go to Move File, I get my folders in my OneDrive. I could move the file, for example, to Documents. And if I click on Move, the file will now be placed in my Documents folder. So that's a way you can easily move multiple items you selected into a folder. You could just go with drag and drop and move them wherever you want. Like I did just now. Then you can rename the file and you can embed the file. I can click on Generate and I get an iframe for the file I have in my OneDrive. This is extremely useful if you want to implement, for example, a video in a website and you don't have a way to host your video. You can just embed the video from OneDrive. Next to the point of embedding your files, which is only available for the personal OneDrive, not for the business version, you have version history. Version history only works with Office files, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I have my Word document selected, I click on version history, and now I get all the versions this document had before, which is only one version for this document. But if you work on a document for a long time, you will see up to 500 versions of the document, and you can always go back and see what you did edit at some point and reverse to that version. So that the way you will probably never lose any information you have in a document. Now let's talk about the personal vault, because it's nearly the last object in here we need to talk about. If I click on personal vault, the first thing that happens is I'm getting asked to two-factor authenticate myself. So I can email myself a code, and now I need to check my emails. You can also use your Microsoft Authenticator app in this case, like it's asking me right now, but I don't want to. And this is the inside of my personal vault. Now, the personal vault is like an especially safe place within OneDrive. So it's extra encrypted. You need an extra password protection for it, or in my case, the two-factor authentication, so that even if I keep OneDrive locked in any device, nobody who gets the device can access my personal vault. And here in the personal version, in the free version, you have 3 files you can upload here. That's not a lot. In the subscription of Microsoft 365, you can upload as many files as you want. Microsoft also suggests some file types. For example, upload your passport, your driver license, your tax records. You see, these are all files you don't want to get in the wrong hands. The point being is, some of these things you need to have on hand. And if you have them on a USB stick or on your smartphone, it's easier to lose them than if they're in the cloud. But of course, it's a matter of trusting Microsoft with your very important data, even if they're in a especially encrypted personal vault. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Now we have 2 more things, which is for once the mobile app. In the mobile app, you have 2 very powerful features if you want to use them. First of all, you can say the mobile app to take all the photos you make with your smartphone and just all push them in the cloud. You can also set a setting to only do this if you're on Wi-Fi, to not waste your data. And on the other hand, you can use the app or another app called Microsoft Lens to make scans of documents, because it's like a photo app, but you can crop the picture before saving, and it will rotate the picture so that it's like perfectly scanned. I can only say try it out, either the OneDrive app itself or Microsoft Lens if you don't want to use OneDrive. And the other thing is the desktop app. Like I said, I have it down here. If I click on it, I have the option to either open the folder. The desktop app integrates your complete OneDrive into your Explorer, so into your normal folder structure. I can view online, which brings me to this page here, or I can click on Help and Settings. And here is one thing I want to show you. In Help and Settings, under Settings, you can find here in the Settings menu, there is one check mark which is called Files on Demand. This one is really, really valuable. Before I talked about that my whole PC doesn't have as much space for storing data than OneDrive has. What I can do with the OneDrive desktop app is move items into OneDrive and then delete them from my PC, but keep them on hand. Which means I have links in the OneDrive app to every file I have in OneDrive, and if I need that file, OneDrive will quickly download it for me and open it up, and after that I can say free up space again, and it will move the file to cloud only again and delete it from my PC. This way I can utilize the whole terabyte of online space without having a double or a copy laying on my hard drive. So one question I moved to the back, which is the point of sharing. The files in your OneDrive do not need to be exclusively for you only. You can work with others, you can share your files with others just by clicking on a file and click on share. This will create a link for you to share, and you can either just create a link anybody can open, or you can say, okay, I want specific people to open the file. I can also say, do I allow editing or not? If I don't allow editing, it's view mode only. And if I go on apply, I can send this link to specific email addresses. And these I need to put in here. And when I did this and I wrote a message and I click on send, it will send out an email to those email addresses with the link, with the text or the message you set here. The other option, if you, for example, want to go for an instant messenger, you can just say copy link after you entered at least one email address, or set to anyone with a link. You get a shareable link, you can just give to anybody, and whoever has the link can open the link, gets into that specific place or file you shared, and can either edit or not, depending on the settings. And you also saw I have here with the premium symbol set expiration date or set password. So these are two options you have if you have bought the Microsoft 365 subscription. If you don't, well, you don't have the options. That's pretty much it about OneDrive. If you have any ideas or any comments what to use or specific use cases, put them down into the comments. I'm really happy to see anybody interacting. And otherwise, if you liked the video, please leave a like, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Microsoft and workplace and more personal IT topics. And see you next time. Bye.